Early last year, about a year ago, take a few days, I attended an emotional recovery clinic. I learned a lot of things. I learned a lot about myself, and I learned a lot about a few other things, among them addictions, for example. I learned that a lot of addiction is a manifestation of unresolved trauma. So, um, looking back into the traumas of our youth, things that occur throughout our lives, um, can be helpful in the present. Unresolved and unlooked at, a lot of those traumas do manifest into many things, among them what we call addictions. So, two things were said to me that were really, really altering to my perception of life in general, of me. One of them was a question. The question was, why aren't you worth hurting for? And the other one was a statement, which was, even Jesus had help carrying his cross. As a result of that experience and feeling that I'd received the message of forgiveness, I decided that one of the things I really needed to do was forgive myself. Because I'd already been forgiven by him. The other thing was that I came away with a desire to share the gospel with all who would listen. And so, here it is. For many years, I chased relief through smoke-filled nights and borrowed belief, through rooms that promised I could change if I just stayed within their range. None of it worked. I didn't see the bottom near. I just kept walking without fear. What pride concealed, denial sealed. A grip so quiet it felt concealed. It didn't shout or block the gate. It handed me the keys and told me to wait. Many months clean, then back again. Some smoke, some ache, some just this then. Long enough to start believing lies. Short enough to watch hope die. Again, again, again. Until something broke, soft and slow. Not a crash, just letting go. Hope didn't scream or make a sound. It slipped away, untracked, unfound. I stopped believing change was real. Stopped believing I could heal. Decided I was the man somehow passed up by grace, the one the story chose to erase. What I mistook for lack of will was weariness I couldn't still. I wasn't weak, I was worn thin, trying to fix what ended in him. I tried to manage what he erased, to earn what he had freely placed. I chased a debt already cleared, ran from a cross that had appeared. Then one plain day, no stage, no cue, a woman I'd never met, just knew. She looked at me, calm, unafraid, and said, "Your sins are all forgiven." That was all. No test, no pause, no prove it now. Just truth that broke the grip of shame and spoke my freedom by my name. For shame had been the air I breathed, the lens through which I saw and believed. It told me God was finished too, said I'd return because I always do. So when forgiveness met my chest, I didn't hedge, I didn't test. I didn't add a careful but. I let the verdict fully cut. Because the word had said it first. Blood outpoured to quench the curse. Trespasses gone, grace complete, judgment swallowed at his feet. If God says forgiven, then that's the end. Not revised, not bent, not try again, not managed, not watched, not on delay. Forgiveness means finished, paid, done, slayed. And when shame finally lost its claim, addiction lost its heat and flame. I didn't fight with clenched resolve, didn't muscle what he'd solved. I rested where the sentence ceased, where striving ended and peace released. No condemnation left to flee, no guilty echo chasing me. Jesus didn't help me win the fight. He ended me and raised new life. The man who hid in smoke and night was nailed to wood and stripped of right. What rose again from borrowed ground didn't need escape. It had been found. This isn't a story of stronger hands. It's not about better plans. It's belief, steady, unforced. That it is finished meant the whole course. So if you're tired, trapped, and ashamed, still wearing yesterday's name, hear this truth and don't resist. Freedom doesn't start with grit. Freedom starts when you agree with it. Agree you're clean. Agree it's done. Agree the cross has fully won. Agree you are not who you've been, but who you are, alive, in Him. You don't need vows or stricter plans or tighter grips with shaking hands. You need the rest Christ always gives. And once you take it, you don't live looking back.